incredible amount of money on these interactive teller machines, which are like they're a video teller ATM. And so we're now deploying those. We're looking at being able to have extremely innovative online banking with video interaction and things like that, so that any one of our members would be able to do business wherever they are. And and I've reached out to your team to help provide me talent to be able to do some of these things. And but it's a situation where if I'm not a dozen steps ahead, the last thing I want to do is have to tell Eddie, he comes to me with an idea. The last thing I want to do is say, oh no, we're not ready for that. So I have to anticipate. So it's my job to make sure that he can't think of something that I already haven't prepared for.
Yeah. Well, that's the what do you call them? Interactive teller machines. That's what I was talking about before. I remember when you were telling me about those, I'm like, that's a great idea. But if you were to tell me about it today, I'm like, that's an amazing idea.
Yeah, it just sort of fell into place, and it really turned out to be like I had a crystal ball.
Yeah.
So it's and that's what I like about what I do. That's exactly the reasons I have no desire to stop doing what I do.
Right.
Is because there's always something like this on the horizon.
Well, we have coming up tomorrow, we've got for our company, IT Avalon, we've got our holiday virtual happy hour party, like everybody's doing this year. Right. And it's going to be great. We're going to have a good time, but it's just not being together, it's like, it's such a weird thing. Like my mom hasn't hugged or touched her only grandson or only grandchild in a year.
Right.
Zoom is great. FaceTime is great, but it's like when you miss out on that interaction between two human beings, it's so hard on everybody. My question leading up to this is, how has this new normal of COVID and social distancing, how has it impacted and affected your teams and productivity?
It's interesting. It is probably the opposite of what you would expect. We have seen a pretty substantial increase in productivity. And I think I tried to figure it out. I was having a conversation and we were trying to put a handle on why that is. But I think it's one main piece is that the life-work balance is easier to maintain because you're sitting at home. So if you need to stop and feed the kids, or if you need to set them up on their Zoom class for school, or if you need to do something, you can without the guilt of not being in the office or leaving early or something like that. We're finding our people probably are working longer hours, but they're doing it at their own discretion. And so we're getting more work done, but I don't think the stress is there because they have to put a wall between family and work.
Yeah.
I personally miss being in the office. I don't miss the commute, but I like the interaction, and I like having people come into my office, sit down and just have a conversation. Zoom is fine, things like that, but Chris's birthday party was the highlight of the year so far.
It was for us too. It was great to just be around other people.
Right.
And to not worry just for a night about all of this crap.